This is a Founding Media podcast.
Today I have Rachel Emma from Rachel.lately on the show. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So I first found Rachel when I moved back from Sydney, and I found your blog post I found the Instagram and then the blog post about 10 things I didn't know about being a fashion blogger, and that you literally would carry flowers around and how
God.
But for a photo shoot and how extra that was, and I was like, I know that.
I know the
no
struggle.
one else gets that because I didn't know any bloggers yet. I didn't have any blogger friends, and so I was like, I would carry around flowers too. And then we became fast friends.
Yeah, bloggers do some weird ass things for a photo. Or now we do it for the gram.
For the gram.
In the old days, it was do it for the blog, and then Instagram blew up, and now it's...
Speaking of old days, how long have you had your blog, and how did you get started?
Oh, God. So I started my blog, before, making money off a blog was even a thing. It was 2011. I've actually looked back at the exact date that my first post
was. A blogiversary, right?
A what?
A blogiversary?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was April Fool's Day in 2000. In 2011, and I went back in my phone to see what day that was, and it was a Friday night. I'm just like, okay, I was a loser in my sophomore year of college that I had nothing to do but create a blog, in my spare time. So, yeah. And it came about because I started reading fashion blogs when I was, 19, because you're kind of new to college, and it's no longer the days of wearing, Abercrombie and Hollister in high school. You're like, okay, what's my style? Who am I gonna be in this new city, this new school? And I went to the University of Texas, by the way. Hook up. So yeah, I had no idea what to wear. I think it was after Christmas I was given some combat boots, and I was like, how do I wear these? And it's so embarrassing. I legit Googled how to wear or how to style combat boots.
I do that often still. Yeah. Not combat boots, but how do you wear leather leggings?
Yeah. I think this was also before Pinterest was a thing too, so I didn't go there for inspo. This was 2010. And so I Googled it, and this post came up of this girl, and she was just a regular average girl, not a model, and she blogged about just, how to style what she wears every day. And she had a post how to style combat boots. And I was like, this girl is just like me. And it was on I think it was blogger.com, Blogspot back then. I don't even think people use that anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I was just like, if she could do this, maybe I could. And, oh gosh, it was back then I had a boyfriend, and I was like, we could go half in on this DSLR camera, and you can take my photos. He was
the OG Instagram husband.
Yeah, thankfully he was very supportive, and he, oh God, I would make him stop whatever he was doing and be like, I need to get a picture of this outfit. And yeah, that's how it started. I think I even remember doing a post every day for a month. It was called the 30 for 30 challenge. I think the OG blog readers will remember this. Yeah, you literally choose 30 pieces from your closet, and that includes tops, bottoms, and shoes. Just 30 pieces all together. And you have to remix them for 30 days straight. And you have to take a picture of your outfit every single day and post about it. And that was the most exhausting thing I've ever done.
Oh my God.
I know. Yeah. And again, Instagram wasn't a thing back then. Yeah. So I was just like, I hope somebody looks at this on my blog. So yeah, it started as a style blog. Nowadays, though, it's transformed into more of a lifestyle blog. And I've noticed people seem to read my posts more about what I am the best at, which is travel and dating. Yeah. I just talked a lot.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's all, guys. Bye.
And she's out. Yeah, about the dating one.
Oh, God.
She's got the best post, and I am waiting with anticipation for this year's of all the guys you dated. It was in 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2016 was my very first full year of being completely single. Before that, I was in like a 3-year relationship. And before that, I had always been in a relationship. So this was my first year, like, completely alone, single, and dating apps were, like, becoming a huge thing. And at the same time, I was working a job remote. So I was home alone, like, all day, every day. And I just, like, craved human interaction. So, yeah, 2016, I went on about 27, 28 dates total.
Like first dates.
Yes. Most of those were first dates. A few of them were maybe 2 dates, and then even fewer got past that.
And it's hysterical.
Yeah.
Did you have people, like, were you nervous putting all of that out there?
I mean,
like,
I didn't
feel
use
like you're
names,
not. Yeah.
so I'm like, and also most of those guys, like, we never spoke again. Right. A couple of them, we remained, like, civil. Even some, like, a 2 maybe, we became, like, friends after that. And they, like, read my post, and they would, like, message me and be like, am I number 16? Or, like, is number 11 about me? And I'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of apologies after that post.
Well, some of them were shitty, so, like, they were apologies deserved.
Yeah, I actually reposted it again a couple months ago. I forgot why, but...
It was with the single one, right? Or was it before that?
Well, it was, like, before the single one.
Okay.
Which we'll talk about. Yeah, I had posted it again, and one of the guys I had not spoken to for 2 years, I didn't even know he still followed me. He, like, saw it and was like, I think that one's about me, is it? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I didn't realize I was that bad. And I'm like, yep.
Cool.
But, like, they can't deny it. Like, everything I wrote was true. Like, everything that happened.
It wasn't, like, overly dramatic.
Yeah. And I really wrote it as, like, a fun type of post.
Right.
Like, my friends get a lot of enjoyment out of my
For sure.
dating horror stories. So they're like, the world needs to know about these. Like,
That's true.
yeah. And someone was even like, you should write a book about this. And I'm like, I don't have enough for a book yet.
Yeah.
But a blog post, I could do it.
Maybe some more. We'll get out the Tinder. And
Oh, God. Tinder is the worst. Don't do it, ladies.
yeah, and you just wrote about being single. And it's, like, your best blog post.
This
like,
year, for sure.
Yeah, it was an amazing post.
Yeah, it was after I reposted the horror dating story post that I got a lot of women messaging me saying, like, I'm so glad you posted this. I had never read it. I was starting to think that these bad dates were, like, my fault. Like, is it my fault that I'm single? Is there something wrong with me? Like, it really struck a chord with me. I know what they're going through. Like, especially that first year of being single, I thought, like, I would easily find a boyfriend within a year.
Yeah.
But then after a year, I was like, what's happening? And, but no, it is hard. Dating is hard. And I wrote this post to let women know that they're not alone in their feelings of feeling, like, isolated and like you're never going to find somebody, and maybe the world is just full of these bad dates and men that treat you like not how you should be treated. So yeah, it's on my blog, rachellately.com, called You Should Read This If You're Single. It's aimed at women, but I've had my guy friends actually read it too, my single guy friends, and they got a lot out of it as well. Oh. And I didn't expect that, but it's true. Like, I feel like I talk more to women because, you know, I relate to them and most of my audience are women, but I forget there are guys out there who can feel alone too, being single. So it just warmed my heart that I got to help a few people out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that responded. It was super cool to see.
It was so nice. Like, I was like, oh, people actually read what I write?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very humbling and I'm grateful.
Yeah. So with blogging, like, what was the moment where you're like, oh shit, I'm doing this. What was your biggest success? Like, when you realized you were, like, making it, kind of?
I feel like 2016 was the year that things started to take off. I got recognized by ModCloth, and they wanted me to like host their grand opening party in Austin and feature me on their website.
That's super cool.
Yeah, and something like that had never happened to me, and I had loved ModCloth, so to work with them, I was so excited. And then soon after that, I went to Europe for 6 weeks, and I guess, I don't know what happened, but I guess those hashtags, like, really came in handy. That's when my Instagram following started growing a lot, I think because people just like to watch, I don't know, Euro trips.
Yeah, travel, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it was definitely that summer where it was growing, but I don't even think 2016 I was making money from my blog yet or Instagram. But I was like, okay, this is becoming something, a creative outlet that isn't just to do anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it was becoming something I put actual effort in and was getting recognized. So yeah, definitely a shift in mindset in 2016. Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah. And now you're full-time, right?
As of now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has that been, being a full-time, like relying on blogging full-time?
You know, I feel like, this is going to sound awful, but I feel like it's more Instagram that has been keeping me afloat than my actual blog. Like, I guess people just became lazier and it all just, what's the word? Instant gratification.
Yeah.
And they don't want to go to your blog post to like read about an outfit you wore anymore. Like, if you're going to post an outfit, just post it to Instagram and tell me there, you know?
That's true. I've seen that like shift, especially like definitely with fashion bloggers.
Yeah, that's why I have shifted more to lifestyle, because my posts about dating and travel get more reads on my blog than style posts. So I leave those to just Instagram. I forgot the question.
How's it been being full-time?
Oh,
like, is
right.
it stressful? Like,
it is stressful just because you're like relying on brands to work with you to make money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. I really like what I do, and I will say this isn't forever. I do intend to like go back into a marketing role probably next year.
Yeah.
But
so you're about to go traveling.
Yeah, that's why.
Super exciting.
I know, it sounds like, oh, you're a full-time blogger because you make enough to do that. Like, no, it's because I plan to leave soon.
Yeah.
And I will be blogging still while I'm away. But yeah, going on some adventures next year. And hopefully I find some internet and I'm able to like write about it.
So you're going to try and like work with brands while you're traveling, or you're going to just fully be traveling?
Yeah. No, I'm going to do it. I think it sounds hard because I won't have an address for brands to send me things. Like, that's legit how I am able to promote on my Instagram. It's because I have an address that they send things to. But I think I'll be traveling slow. Mm-hmm. And so I'll be in one place more than just a couple days. So it'll be hard, but I'm going to do my best because your girl needs some money.
That's awesome. So what are some of your favorite brands that you've worked with? And how did you get those?
Sounds awful, but legit, you just have to like, ooh, I know one. So, when I travel, I only take a carry-on, a backpack. I'm crazy.
I can't even fit my camera gear in a backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave my big camera behind.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know, but it's so heavy.
It is.
Yeah, I just don't have time for that. But yeah, I only travel in a backpack, and I did a lot of research. It was to my Japan trip in 2015. I didn't want to take a huge suitcase. I was like, I'm only going to be there 10 days. I could totally do this in a carry-on. and I'm so weak that like I didn't want to carry on with wheels because that makes it heavier.
Yeah.
I can't lift it myself. So I legit did some Googling into backpacks, and I finally settled on one called the Tortuga.
She's obsessed with Tortuga.
I love them so much. Like, I've had 2 backpacks with them already, and the first one I did by myself, and it lasted Japan, 6 weeks in Europe, and my trip to South Korea, and has held up like this entire time. It's been great. And I'm always tagging them, like, I love you guys. Like, please notice me.
Love me.
I know. Love me, please. And I think just tagging brands that you genuinely love, like, eventually they're going to notice, because Tortuga did. They reached out to me, asked me to take photos for them, paid me for the photos, and offered to send me, like, their brand new backpack, which I was like, yes, please. Like, I would have done all of it just for the backpack. And yeah, so that's my new backpack.
We shouldn't have sent her.
I know. No, but yeah. So that was a great partnership. I've been lucky enough to work with Ralph Lauren, Urban Outfitters, Zappos, Hallmark. My favorite partnerships are the music festival ones, because that's another passion of mine, is going to music festivals. And Euphoria, it's an old one. If you were in Austin a few years ago, you remember how fun that was. And ACL, I got to go both weekends.
You went both weekends this year.
Yeah. Okay, so I suffer from, like, major FOMO, you guys. Like, if I see something fun happening in Austin and I'm already here, I'm just like, I want to...
Gotta go.
I gotta be there or I'm gonna miss out. And so I was determined to do that. But yeah, those partnerships for music festivals, I reached out to brands that I knew were gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let me
really
promote
smart.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to pay me. Like, I just want to go to the music festival.
Give me tickets.
Yeah. That's all I wanted. But the other ones that maybe I didn't reach out to, they found me. I'm very lucky. I assume through hashtags that have to do with bloggers.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah.
And sometimes
for sure.
you gotta, like, reach out yourself. I just winked at her, you guys.
It's videoing.
Oh.
So what's your least favorite part of blogging and Instagram, and, like, most favorite?
I guess I don't like how, I don't know, like, fake it can be sometimes. Like, I really do, and that's why Instagram stories is so awesome. Like, I never realized how great that is for brands, but you really, not even brands, but bloggers, you see, like, behind the scenes, and it's all kind of messed up. But yeah, my Instagram feed, if you saw it, like, I would look like a girl that, like, has her shit together. But, you know, it's the highlight reel, and every photo is perfectly edited, and, you know, just to make it look picture perfect. But yeah, it's my life, but it's not my whole life. Right, you know, it's a very small percent. And I think I legit had to unfollow so many big name bloggers because their perfect lives were making me feel shitty about my own life. Like, yeah,
it's hard not to compare, but, like, it's so hard to not realize that is the, like, best version of yourself that you were absolutely putting out there. Yeah. And it is probably photoshopped a bit. Yeah. Like, to edit out people. Like, I'm not alone here at this amazing destination. I took 13 people out.
Oh, yeah, it's so true.
But, yeah, I agree.
Or, yeah, like, photos where I'm eating, like, a fancy meal when really you don't know that the night before, like, I didn't have any groceries, so I ate, like, oatmeal for dinner. Like,
or didn't eat.
Yeah, or didn't eat. Or there's just so many things that don't get put in the highlight reel. So, but something I do like about it, it's going to sound so cheesy, but I have made some awesome connections through this platform. And really, it's so funny. It was 2016 again, that year was very prominent, where I finally decided to not be my usual shy self.
You shy?
Yeah,
What?
I was so shy like about my blog. I was like, nobody cares.
yeah.
Like, and I was like, nobody knows who I am. But then I was getting these invites, and I was like, okay, I'll go, even though I didn't know anybody, because none of my friends were bloggers at the time. So I legit had to go alone. But yeah, ever since after that year, more Austin bloggers started sprouting up.
Yeah.
Definitely the past couple years, like it quadrupled. And yeah, so just finally meeting people, and now
Yeah.
a lot of them like are friends of mine, and
Myself included.
I guess.
We're going to cut you from this.
But yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah. It's funny because Kelsey said the exact same thing. She's like, I know this is going to be cheesy, but it's so true.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, what are we going to say? Like, the money.
all the free stuff.
All the food, I'll admit. Like,
Yeah.
I love the food.
That's not a bad part.
Damn, I should just, like, sound like a total
No.
pretentious.
So before we wrap it up, what would be your biggest advice? What would your biggest advice be to someone who's just now starting out? Like as a blogger or Instagrammer?
Definitely make sure all your handles are the same. It really helps.
Yeah.
But I do think having like a theme for your blog and Instagram feed is a big deal. That way when people like first go to your page, like they just want to be able to look at you, like, and within 5 seconds, they'll know like if you're their vibe, if they want to follow you. So even though, again, I said it can seem fake, really just pick a cool color scheme that you like and stick with it. I do think investing in a nice camera will help you. I'll admit iPhone cameras are really stepping up these days, so maybe even that could help. Like Shelby, like
Great.
She uses her iPhone and her photos are amazing.
Yeah.
Like they're better than mine.
I don't know how I don't know what kind of iPhone, like how her iPhone photos look so much better than mine.
I know. I'm just like, but yeah. So that, and then I really would write more authentic posts other than the caption that no one cares about.
Yeah.
Like, although that's been proven wrong in some cases too. But the posts where I do write from the heart are my most popular. So as long as you just post content that you like and you're consistent with it, like I would say post once a day, then people will come to you.
Yeah. That's good. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Where can they follow you? Like, tell them your handles and stuff.
Instagram is rachel.lately, and then my blog is rachellately.com. If you're brave enough to follow me on Twitter, I'm my funniest self. That's where you won't see the highlight reel. That's where I'm just a weirdo. But that's Rachel X Emma. My name is Rachel Emma.
There you go.
So yeah, follow me there.
Awesome.
Let's be friends.
Thanks for coming.